Well, it's really a little chilly
Really?
for normal. Beautiful blue skies today, but only up to the maybe the 60s.
Amazing. And so you said you did this just last Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I just signed up over the Thanksgiving special, and I
Uh-huh.
got access early this week, and I went ahead and went through all of the 5 or 6 training videos that were recorded, and actually spoke to Ira today. He called me, and we had a nice conversation. I started using BizBoom as soon as I got access, and it's been great.
That's great to hear. Can you tell us about yourself and your business?
Yes, I'm the one that sells franchises to fire restoration companies. We partner, what we do is we're the largest employer of retired fire chiefs in the United States. So we find fire restoration companies, large contractors that can come in and rebuild your home or your business if you had a fire. And what we do is we find a retired fire chief in that territory that would show up to provide victims assistance at large losses, fires, floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, what have you. He would be someone that would show up and help the citizens in that territory and the fire department. And because of his connection with the victims or the business owner, he would invite in the salesperson for the restoration company. In many cases, that connection would get them a nice job to rebuild that home or that business.
And I would assume that that's a sure business because everyone who lost their home needs to have it restored, right?
Oh, absolutely. If they have insurance, if they're not insured, then that could be a problem. But in most cases, people do carry insurance on the most, important, valuable asset in their portfolio.
Okay, thanks. And Stephen, tell us, before joining this, how are you reaching out to your prospects? What were you doing?
Well, I bought lists from like Dun and Bradstreet and other providers, lists of email addresses and phone numbers based on the type of clients I was trying to attract. But I ran out. That ran dry. My sources, those lists were depleted. Although they continue to use them, but this was a new source, a new stream of great leads. So I'm very excited about being involved. I sell big ticket franchises, so I really only need about one sale a month to make my goals. And so even to, a couple of presentation a week is very sufficient for my needs.
Okay. And so what got you here? Like what made you change your mind? Because you're running out of leads, you said, right? So when you started, what's your message, by the way? Would you like to share that? The
I'm
message
sorry.
you're sending them.
Oh, yeah.
When you send them the first message, does it include all the details already or just a special link or whatnot?
No, I've been working on my messages and trying to improve it every day this week. I listened to all of Corey's training sessions that were recorded earlier in the week, and then I went ahead and pulled up. I've been working on email marketing for over 10 years in this business, and then an earlier business I was in. So this wasn't new to me, but I learned so much from Corey and this program that I started refining my messages. And I actually have a LinkedIn message, and then I have a little bit longer because you're only allowed so many characters in a LinkedIn message, and you want to keep those short anyway, so that's probably a good thing. And then I have a slightly different email version if they don't respond to me through the LinkedIn connection. The message I'm sending this week to LinkedIn, it just says hi, and I personalize their first name. So like, hi, Bob, I was reading about your company, and I'm very impressed. We're a nationwide network that partners with fire departments. We have a unique opportunity to work with and then I personalize their city, like Dallas area fire departments. Let's talk. What's your schedule next week? Steve Jones and my cell phone number.
And then you say you got two appointments so far, right? That's just Tuesday. Today is Thursday,
Yeah, and
right?
I mistyped earlier. My list that I downloaded after I scrubbed it ended up being around 150 individuals from earlier this week, and I've probably emailed maybe 50 of that 150 so far, and I have 2 appointments from those 50 email LinkedIn invitations, and I haven't even
Very
done the email yet.
Oh, very nice. And I'm very excited for you. So, knowing what you know now versus what you were doing before, where you ran out of leads, there are millions of people in LinkedIn. I doubt it would take forever to run out. Um, do you have any message for those who's trying this and not even sure if this is going to work?
Well, there's so much to learn, and I'm still learning now about the nuances of searching. Um, and I went ahead and upgraded and have for several years now had the Navigator software. It's I think, very, very worthwhile once you get operating with this, that it's a very, very smart investment. But since I'm dealing with what's a very niche group, it's not like I'm dealing with dentists or doctors or just CEOs. I'm specifically targeting owners of restoration companies that can handle large loss fires. And there's probably in the United States, there's probably only maybe 5 to 10,000 companies that fit that profile. So
Mm.
this is a very good opportunity for me to find individuals that I have not been able to find through typical list purchases through like Dun and Bradstreet and so